It's time for the question of the week. And with that, here it is. I'm listening to a conversation amongst, a couple of sisters, a couple of brothers speaking and stuff. I'm on the outskirts listening and stuff, and it's about the violence in our community and the gang banging and all that stuff that's going on with the youth and young adults. And, they speaking on all sorts of stuff, speaking on how the police, is dealing with it, and how, with the type of, that violence, that hand finger movement to violence, that they was talking about. They like, it's dangerous in the sense for the police to be out there and they got to do their job and da-da-da-da. And when it comes to it, sometimes, you got to put your life, your being first, in that situation so you can protect yourself, get home to your family, which I totally agree, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But if you train to deal with this type of circumstances and you go out and you learn how to use the tools to deal with these type of circumstances, then at the same time, you're supposed to use your tactical skills to be able to de-escalate and deal with these type of circumstances and problems that's in the community when it comes to our people. But see, we know now from watching Undisputed on YouTube that they show that all the time. Where it's their nation, they know how to de-escalate. It's our nation, it's Trayvon Martin, and Cascale and many other different people, Floyd and many other different people that we see how they can do and deal with us when it comes to de-escalation. Go figure. So it's a bias in that, and we know it. But at the same time, I come out the thing, because I was listening to them talk about this stuff, and they say, oh, they go question right there, ask him. What is his thought? So I just go right and tell them, y'all want to stop the community, the youth and young adults from portraying what they idolize and are impressioned upon, because, children are impressionable, like Michael Jackson said, and like Kanye West said, if you pick the top 10 rap songs, they are promoting destruction on our own people and our own, in our own communities. That's just the reality. I'm paraphrasing words because, it's hard to talk. So with that stated, I said, well, Dad, if you want to stop those type of things occurring in the community from the youth acting them out because they're impressionable, why don't you just stop the people that's promoting it to them? Children don't know no better. Teenagers don't really know better. They be mischievous. But if you want to give them this type of music on the airways and put these type of people that look like us in all this different types of jewelry and nice homes and cars that promote banging, dealing, and many other different ratchet, degenerate behaviors, then you got to blame the promoters. You got to blame the people that's pushing this type of music on the children and pushing this type of idolization of worshiping and wanting to be like these type of rappers and singers and actors that's promoting this type of black on black destruction. It's just what it is. So to stop this type of stuff, you got to stop the radios in the different type of places that's promoting this stuff. You stop the promotion of this type of behavior, then you stop that type of behavior from being played out by the children. And that's just the reality. And that's on the number scale, because it's a part of resources. Because if you don't give resources to people that is in a position of struggling and hunger, then they want to do what they have to do to eat as well. And if you push resources, opportunities, benefits in the community in abundance like other nations are getting, then we can change that as well. So it's a play out that's all coming from who? The colonizers, those who control the system. Because they the ones who control what goes on the airwaves. They control what go in the movies. They control what goes in the video games, and they control how much resources each community get when it comes to opportunity, benefits in the community, and so on. So if they control all that, then also they control what's happening with the youth in our community when it comes to them doing the banging and doing the different types of hustling and so on that they're doing. They're ostracized out. Not to mention, once you get put into mass incarceration, then what? You get a felony, and then the felony becomes a background check, and guess what? You still ostracized out of society. So it's a systematic setup to keep us in a certain set position, which we already know is ghetto slums and hoods, and having a degenerate, ratchet, and violent-like behavior based off of what? These realities. Them promoting it to us, them keeping us with lack of resources, them keeping us with lack of opportunity and benefits, as well as the everyday onslaught of hearing it and seeing it based off of what they're promoting. But see, if they was rapping about paintbrushes, rapping about landscaping, rapping about barbering, rapping about different type of journeyman jobs, carpentry, construction, then it's just what the children would be idolizing. So with that, that's the reality to it. But if we as adults ain't gonna hold our own selves accountable for this type of music and this type of degenerate behavior being pushed on our youth and on our children coming up and young adults, then why are we complaining about what they acting out? Because we the ones allowing it to be promoted to them. It's just what it is. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question of the week. You let me know. Peace, peace.